Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. We are almost close to the weekend. Super excited. I trust you all having a wonderful day. This is Gigi again, and I have
And
my
Andrea,
partner. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Great, great. Super excited about today.
Yeah,
Yesterday, we had a, go
yes.
ahead.
I was going to say I'm standing up today, so I'm probably going to get antsy and wiggle around and get excited.
Yesterday, we had a wonderful time with Chris. It was beautiful listening to him.
Oh, yes.
My gosh, his wisdom is so wonderful. It was wonderful having a chance to chat with him, to hear him live with us here on Facebook. It's just amazing.
It's
I
awesome.
really,
All the people that we're meeting, and like he and Lloyda from Ireland, I think. Ireland?
yeah,
That,
yeah,
right? That's
yes.
That's awesome. And for all of you, I don't know if we've mentioned it before, but Gigi and I haven't known each other more than like 2 months. And look how great we click, you know?
Yes,
It's
yes,
awesome.
and that's the beauty of technology. You will allow us to connect with people all over the world, and you create families just everywhere. It is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. It's good to be here today. And as far as my my routine today, I did not get up until 5:30.
That's
So
late, girl. That's late for you.
that is late. I must have been tired yesterday. So this morning, that 1 minutes rule. You just if you don't have any time to do everything you plan out to do, just take 1 minute. So the 1 minute that I took to do today was to just to be grateful for having a healthy, a happy, and peaceful day. And that's all I did this morning before
That's
I head out
okay.
to.
You're clearing your mind. You're taking some time. The amount of time you do want to, as a majority of your time or more every day. I'm trying to think of how to say it exactly, but you do want a certain amount of time because the longer time that you can stay in that grateful spiritual mind frame, the faster your subconscious
Yeah,
absorbs it. Does
yeah,
that sound right? I'm struggling
yeah.
with the words.
No, it sounds right, but it's just to show, the reason I'm sharing this too, not that we would be on our scheduled day every day, because sometimes the body might take over and we might be tired, we might fall asleep, we might stay on bed longer. And I set my alarm as usual, but I just didn't get up. So I just wanted to share with other people who probably also did the same thing I did. It's all right. Try again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a brand new day for us to do all over again, and that's what I love about it. Every single day, we get this new fresh day that we never lived, and it's a permission for us to start all over again.
It's the same thing as being on a diet. You know,
Yes.
a lot of people mess up one day and then they think, well, I've messed it up. It's over. So they don't go back. They don't get back on it. Well, when it's a lifestyle, anything that you're doing, if you make it a life, if you know that it's going to be a lifestyle, then go at it with that mentality. When you
Yeah.
do, you're not staying right to schedule because we don't exactly every day. I don't spend a specific amount of time every day. They change,
Hmm.
it changes. And all of us, we see people writing in different times. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less for
Hmm.
that. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, a
Yes, it
schedule's
does.
going to be different sometimes, but you just you won't stick to the schedule when you can and do
Yes.
something even if
Yes.
you can't. So,
Absolutely. And it's amazing, if it is you, like you say, taking things as a lifestyle. So if personal development is your lifestyle, wherever you are is going to follow you. So when you are on the road, you're going to practice that, which I did. I did my affirmation while I was on the road. And also, you know, when you are at work, you're going to practice that with the people. If it is peace, you know, having peace, you're going to practice that with people that you see. If it is happiness, you're going to practice that just while you walk on the road. So making that life, you know, personal development, growth, your lifestyle means to me is that being able to do it, not just like, you know, which is the schedule that we follow in the 90 days in the morning and night, but when you decide this is my lifestyle, then you do it not just those schedule hours, but also while you just walking and driving and, you know, working. So you are absolutely right on that one. It was amazing to me, you know, how we can actually learn and change quickly if you do make the, you know, the choice, the decision. And this is the life you want to live.
My life has changed so dramatically just since May. It's just been a whirlwind of wonderful changes. And then doing this 90-day challenge, I feel accomplished every day. I feel good. Yeah. That means something, because I've gone to bed a lot of days and thinking, you know, I did a little bit of a lot of things, but I don't feel like I accomplished enough of those things, you know. And one thing that I've done for Keith and I is I bought a calendar to put on the wall that is the erasable markers.
Yes.
And so that we can start putting goals and just projects even around the house. Because we keep saying that we're going to do certain things, and it's easier to let things come up and distract you if you don't make a plan. If you don't have it planned out, it's very easy. We do have a plan, and sometimes that plan gets interrupted. We all know what it's like not having a plan, or we would all be in a different place right now. So,
yes. And I heard them saying that what's scheduled gets done. So, you know, if it is something we want to get done, we want to be able to record it. We want to be able to schedule it so we can actually, and also, you know, the excitement that you get when you have a list of things you want to do and you cross it off. So the brain likes that. The brain likes to start and finish project. So having that on, you know, for your house is definitely beneficial for sure. Wow. All right. Today, you say you wanted to share something, or?
I want to talk about goals for a minute.
All right.
Our book.
Okay.
When I first started studying this material and studying about setting goals and all, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea of what a goal could be, or how to set one. And it took me a long time. And so I just thought I would share a couple of things that helped me. First of all, I encourage you to make a list. Now, let me review just a little bit, because we have new viewers now. There are 3 types of goals: A, B, and C goal. An A type goal is something that you already know how to do, something that you've already done. That's not a goal that's going to grow you or challenge you. There's a B type goal. A B type goal is something that you can plan out from start to finish in your mind and piece it together, that if this comes together and that comes together, and, you know, then you can accomplish that. That's still not going to grow you, because you can see from start to finish. You want a goal that you have no idea how to get it. It needs, your C type goal is a huge goal that seems like it's only fantasy. But when you are going for a goal like that, your passion is involved, because I have a goal of a house. It is I found this house a couple of years ago, and I've had pictures of it all over my house. I took them, they were up for about a year. They're not up now because they're seared right here. And I do have them on my laptop, and I visualize there. But so anyway, I found this house, and this house, oh my goodness, it's fantasy. At that time, there's no way I could see. I just knew that I wanted it. Well, 2 years later down the road, now I'm involved in different businesses that the means are coming together, the plan is coming together that I never saw coming.
Mm-hmm.
I, only had one source of income at that time. And it's, now it just amazes me because all these things have come into my life, and it's allowing me to grow myself. It's allowing me to grow my income. And so that's another thing that I want to talk about, is about MSIs. We use that term a lot, and what that is multiple sources of income.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that is wealthy, unless they've won a lottery, inherited it, they have more than one income.
Mm-hmm.
And all these incomes are not intended to be a job. They're intended to be something that's passive, something that you may have to spend a lot of time to get started. Like right now in my business ventures, I'm still building and growing. So you may have to spend some time getting it set up. And then when you get this one set up, then move on to something else. And a huge point that I want to make is that each of these businesses don't have to create $1 million. You're not going to have 50, 100 businesses each create $1 million. Well, might be a great goal, great C goal. But even think about this. If you have 10 businesses and each earn $1,000 a year, think about it. What if you have 100 businesses and they each only earn $1,000 a year? That doesn't seem like much, but at 100 of them, what is that? Yeah. Is that $1 million? Mm-hmm. Somebody that's good at math, So I want people to realize, because when you set a goal, it looks so big, it looks unattainable, but you get to it in pieces, and those pieces are not large. It can be something very simple, very easy. And so that's Gigi and I, the whole inspiring people to reach their goals. We want people to be able to fulfill their dreams. We want you to be able to pay your bills every month and still have money to do things that you enjoy, so that you feel gratitude, so that you have a great life. So many people, I would say probably 90% or higher of people are working every week and living paycheck to paycheck. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of those people. Yeah. I've always been that kind of a person until I got into this teaching. Mm-hmm. And we want to teach you all as we're learning ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're learning as well. So just keep in mind that it's small steps, and it is attainable. It's very attainable. It's very reachable. And so make you a list of all your wants, and then prioritize them. Then put them in the order of most important to you. And then you go from that list and you decide, pick you a goal that you can believe in first. I want you to pick 2 goals. I want you to pick a goal that and set a date. Now, understand that goal dates are allowed to move out, because, that's kind of a God thing. We don't always have the date right, but you still have the goal right. It may take a little longer. A lot of them come quicker. It just depends on how much you meditate and how much you focus on that goal, and retrain your thinking. So set a goal, like maybe something, this is August. So set some kind of a goal for December 31st. You want to accomplish this. And then I want you to have a huge goal that may take you a couple of years. And I want that to be in your focus as well. I want both of these goals in your focus, because you always need something attainable, because you need those rewards. And then you need something bigger that you're working toward. And your life is just going to unfold in amazing ways. So that's what I wanted to share. Just make you a list.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, the C goal, because for me, this inspiring 1,000 people is a C goal.
It is a C goal.
It is a C goal, and you don't know how we're going to accomplish it, but we are moving by faith, and and based, what you just described is when you have a bigger goal like that, you will be growing as big as your goal is.
Oh, yes. It's such
And
an amazing journey.
yes, so you know, let's just pick a bigger goal, like you say, and you will be provided with the resources that you needed to get you closer. If anything, you will grow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about it. And it's kind of scary to pick a C goal, because you
It's
don't
supposed to
see
be.
how is that possible. Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Wow.
scary, yeah.
Yeah, that was a beautiful explanation. And
She's in an office and she wasn't moving around enough. The lights automatically went off.
I'm sorry about that. So okay, that was beautiful. Well, this is what happens when you're trying to accomplish something. You will experience something like this, and it just happens to me. So, what do? You laugh about it and you move on, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Light, for being off so I can laugh now. All right, honey, that was a great explanation. Do you want us to go over the review of highlights for the chapter too?
There's some good stuff in there, yeah.
Yes. I would like to read the first one, which, for me is very, and, I love these review highlights that he put at the end of each chapters. So in the first one, it says, think good and good follows. Think evil and evil follows. You are what you think all day long.
Yeah, and you can tell if you happen to notice, and this is another thing, and we'll talk more about it as we go, but if you happen to notice that you're feeling down in spirit, you're feeling heavy, you're feeling depressed or anything like that, pay attention to stop for a minute and think about what your mind was on. That is so enlightening when you realize that what he's saying, that your thoughts are connected.
Yeah.
Just recognize, stop and think of what was I thinking about then? What
we
have I
all
been thinking
talk
about?
to ourselves.
Huh?
We always talking to ourselves.
That's
And
right.
we want to monitor what are we saying to ourselves in a silent voice. And on the next one, he says, your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, I cannot afford it, it may be true, but do not say it. Select a better thought, decree, I will buy it. I accept it in my mind. And we have covered this so many times to explain people what the subconscious mind does and doesn't. You have the power to choose. Choose healthy happiness. You can choose to be friendly, or you can choose to be unfriendly. Choose to be cooperative, joyous, friendly, lovable, and the whole world will respond. This is the best way to develop a wonderful personality, which I totally agree with that too. I love that one, actually. Your conscious mind is a watchman at the gate. It is the chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impression. Choose to believe that something good can happen and is happening now. Your greatest power is your capacity to choose. Choose happiness and abundance. Actually, today I posted how to program your subconscious mind from Les Brown. And I'm a big fan of Les Brown also. I love his energy. And he did say this actually, believes that something good can happen to you. So decree, something good is happening to you right now or today. The suggestion and statement of others have no power to hurt you. The only power is the movement of your own thought. You can choose to reject the thoughts or statement of others and affirm the good. You have the power to choose how you will react. And I have practiced this. So when my husband says, what is wrong with you? And I say, you say, what's right with me? Everything. Thank you. He can't say nothing wrong these days. I fight back. And I also told him, it's so amazing how we've been practicing these, negative words or negative statements. And when somebody sees you, or your loved one actually sees you, and then let's say they look at your face, and the first question is, what's wrong? And I asked him, it's not too long ago, I say, why we don't ask what is right? Because, for me, he is the closest to my life because he's my partner. And anything that comes out of him should be love, happiness, and peace. So when he looks at me, it should be what is right. So when he was like, what he calls me, so he was like, well, we've been practicing that statement for a long time. I say, I agree. But from now on, let's change it up and say, what is right?
It's like Christos was saying yesterday, you ask that question, it automatically brings good things to mind. And, I automatically ask people, how are you? And it's been bothering me for a while because the majority of the answers that I get after saying, how are you, are negative. And so, but yet at the same time, I didn't know what to replace it with. To bring, and when he said, why don't you ask, what's your favorite thing to do? What are you, what's your favorite color? Anything.
Yes.
That can bring a positive response is something that I want to learn how to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought about that this morning when I was getting, myself together to post something. And, I was going to ask, how beautiful are you today? Or, but then I thought about it and I say, how would they have responded? Because I thought about their feeling inside. Would they really feel beautiful? And then I was going to post this by saying, I love me. So by them reading, I love me, I felt like, okay, well, that will respond positive to them. But at the same time, we always talk about the feeling. So there's something we're going to, have to learn and start to put out so people actually can reprogram their mind by reading those affirmation for sure.
I'm thinking about implementing that, going around, hi, what's right with you? And just see what kind of response I get. That's kind of a cool idea.
It is.
How can they respond negative?
Yeah, that's true.
It is a great idea. We should do that. If any of y'all do it too,
yes,
put it in the message. Let us know the response you're getting, because that's a great idea.
What's right?
What's right? Hey man, what's right?
Okay, listen. The next one says, oh wow, this one is a perfect one actually. It says, watch what you say. You have to account for every ideal word. Never say, I will fail. I will lose my job. I cannot pay the rent. Your subconscious cannot take a joke. It brings all these things to pass. We just covered that pretty much. Your mind is not evil. No force of nature is evil. It depends how you use the power of nature. Use your mind to bless, heal, and inspire all people everywhere. That's beautiful. Never say, I cannot overcome that fear by substituting the following. I can do all things through the power of my subconscious mind. And from the Bible says I can do all things. Through Christ, yes. Begin to think from the standpoint of the eternal truth and principle of life, and not from the standpoint of fear, ignorance, superstition. Do not let others do your thinking for you. Choose your own thoughts and make your own decisions.
You know, I've
Go ahead.
heard one of the books somewhere. People will go to somebody that doesn't have financial freedom or somebody that's deep in debt and ask them for advice for their own self. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go to people that can't really help you. They mean well.
Yes, that's
They
true.
mean well, and also do not let others do your thinking for you. When you go to somebody and you share your dream, or maybe you've set a goal and you've shared with somebody, your family, that, hey, I've been watching these ladies and I'm setting a goal and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, you know, brushing you off or saying that's stupid and all. Don't let them make your decisions for you.
Yes.
Hang in there with us. Your life will change. I promise you. Don't let other people make your decisions. You make a decision for yourself and stick with it, and your life is just going to be so awesome.
Discover your goals. Discover your goals, your purpose. Discover your passion. Discover who you are with communicating with God, and He will answer your questions. And yes, family and friends are the the people that we always go to share our thoughts and everything. But at the same time, like what she said, this depending, where are they? Are they really are they the same level as you are, and you are asking them a higher question? First ask your God, see if you even should share, actually. And I have and I have been and I have been a person who I think out loud. So I like to share my dreams and goals and everything. But what I realize is, by doing that, actually, people they get excited with you when you set a goal. They get excited for you. But at the same time, when you start to go that drift, they can't support you, because they are not, this is your goal, it's not their goal. So first of all, it's best to connect with like-minded people, and having a partner who's going to take the walk with you. And also yourself, because your dreams is not other person's dream. And I have so much respect for my thinking now. I have so much respect for my thinking now and my ideas, because I understand how powerful they are. And it's not for everybody to understand my ideas. And I have fallen so many times before people to understand my, where I'm coming from, my ideas. But it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody, but it is for someone who is going to take it and use it to change their own life, for sure.
And the people around us, they don't mean bad. They don't mean, but there's something called a crab in the basket mentality, is that as people around start succeeding and start getting out of that basket, then the others are pulling on their legs, you know, and being a burden or whatever, or saying you can't, or just different things to keep people from succeeding. And if for no other reason, then it challenges them. If so-and-so, if my brother or cousin or even friend succeeds and they go out and they make millions of dollars, and I'm still sitting here on my couch watching TV, then what am I going to feel like? So it would be easier on me if you just keep to yourself over there and stay on your couch rather than go out and succeed, because people don't even realize they do it.
That's what I was going to say. They don't calculate it. They don't calculate it. They don't see it being pulling you down, or but if you're thinking your heart, what you're thinking in your heart, and the action you're taking is too much. That's the bottom line. And if you are not taking action based on what your heart tell you, because of the people that are around you, or it's not just the people that are in your life, also the TV you watch, the books you read, all those activities in the outer world is not matching your inner world, then it needs to change. But change needs to happen in your heart first. You need to be able to make that change for yourself, make the commitment for yourself to be great, to be wonderful. And, you know, the reason we become respectful to our thoughts, our ideas, is because we are learning these personal developments. And when you learn personal developments, when you understand where your idea is coming from, then you can't help it but to respect it, because your ideas come, your desires, your goals, your ideas coming from God.
That's right.
They don't just come out from, you know, from nowhere. So that's when you will have that respect, and you have him beside you to guide you, then you'll have respect for your ideas. But if you are basing your goals and your ideas based on the family or your friends, whatsoever, whatever's around you, or the TV shows, you know, they have these shows. What is it? This shows I used to watch before. You know, those TV shows about
reality shows or something.
Thank you, reality shows.
Yeah.
So, you know, you watch that and you trying to match that yourself. I doubt it if it matches with your heart. What is, you know, what is your heart saying for yourself, or, you know, what God is saying for yourself. So because of that, you know, let's just start monitoring and align it with what our heart says. Then everything will work out, no matter how big it is. And just final touch, he says, you are the captain of your soul and the master of your fate. Remember, you have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose health, choose happiness. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believe to be true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring to pass. Believe in good fortune, divine guidance, right action, and all the blessing of life. Have faith. Have big goals, and all will work out. I trust everybody will enjoy our video and find some, actually laugh today because of our light went out, and find some value on what we share. We truly sharing from our heart, and we believe this will inspire some people that are ready to hear it. And I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be able to share with you, Andrea, and also everybody on our Facebook group and everywhere in the world.
It was great getting to visit with Edit before our recording too.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yes, so we truly appreciate her advice on everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the behind the scenes person that we depend on. Definitely. She's right there for us no matter what we need. And the edit yesterday, we had someone help us yesterday too. So
yes, we appreciate everyone that are, you know, helping us and being able to inspire the 1,000 people, which is the seagull, as you describe it. So let's continue with this journey, and we trust that everybody will be able to inspire by this and just follow us, follow your heart, whatever it is your goal, whatever it is your desire, whatever that you are being called to follow. Follow your star. All right. Have a good day.
bye.
Bye-bye.